Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Alright, firstly, I've actually had a lot of questions on how to, uh, right, how I get so many lockbox keys. So the lockbox keys, for some of you that don't know, are these keys here. The Venturing Strongbox key, and they open these chests here. So I'm gonna show you real quick. Um, all you need is Gleamstone, which can get really anywhere. It's kind of expensive at the minute, so you need Daydrop, which again is kind of expensive, and Viridium, which is also expensive. But on loot day, which is Tuesdays, all that comes down. But Gleam would actually be the cheaper one to buy. Wait until someone puts up for like 15, 20 each instead of 100 each, or even cheaper. Um, or you can get the Paragon Pinatas. Paragon. Okay. These are pretty cheap. Well, kind of cheap. They're not cheap at the minute, but they were cheap at one stage. And just throw a lot of these. So a lot of people would throw them and then shoot them, but this is like a AFK one to do. So you can see on the right side exactly what I'm getting. There is a process to doing everything in the game. Like, when new members come in to my club and I help them with their master rank, some of them might be only a really low master rank to begin with. What I might actually do is I might just turn that down for a minute. Sound effects. Um, yeah, so when people come into my club and I help them get their master rank up at the very start, um, they expect everything to be done very quickly. Now, that's not the case in this game, you know. It takes time to actually build your character in this game. Like any game, it takes time to build your character. Everything can't be done in one day. Um, I do apologize for any global chat. I don't deal with global chat really that much. I'm in case people are selling things I need. So if you see anything vulgar or any bad language, I do apologize. Um, but yeah, there's process to everything. So here I can just throw the pinatas at the wall. Once they hit the wall and they drop down, they break, and I get what's in them. You can do this with any pinata once you hit the wall first. Like if you don't hit the wall, I'll show you now. I'll just let all that stuff disappear on the right side. So for example, if you miss the wall, you don't get anything. You're just wasting your pinatas. You have to kind of hit that wall so it registers that, you know, it's landing on something. And you can just sit here and spam click away and you'll get everything that's in it. It's great if you don't want to throw an actual pinata party or anything like that, or you don't want a lot of people hassling you. This is the easiest way to do it. Um, but here I'll get my Viridium, you know, and then I'll go and I'll show you guys where to get those keys. People say, you know, buy them off the store, go to the traveling merchant and buy it with adventuring, but that's a really expensive way of doing it. But I'll show you the easiest way now of doing it, and it's actually very simple to do. Um, and you get a lot of different boxes in with it, and I'll actually open the boxes and show you guys what I get out of them. I try to be as transparent as possible when I'm showing you guys how I do things and how I get money in this game. Like at the minute now, I don't have much money. I think I have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 million. I don't have much in it at the minute, but I have a lot of things on Marketplace for sale, and I have a lot of things in my chest ready to sell. Um, but again, I'll show you guys even in the chest of what I have and the mounts and wings and dragons. I'll show you guys everything, and you'll see how I get money quite quickly in the game. I'll even show you what I have for sale in the marketplace. Now, one thing that actually makes a lot of money in this game, but can be expensive to get at the very beginning, but if you're lucky enough with your magic find and everything like that, you can actually make a lot of money in it, and that's the dragon caches. Now, they're very expensive on marketplace at the moment. I think last time I looked, it was like 40 million or something like that for 2,000 of them, so they are quite expensive. But you can get dragons in them that are worth the same amount that you pay for 2,000 of them for one dragon egg. Um, there's one dragon egg you can actually get in it. It's a Pyrrhic dragon egg. You can sell them for anything from 20 million upwards. I've sold a lot of them for actually 45, 50 million flux because people don't get them very often in the the caches. But when people do get them, they can actually buy them. The richer players will buy them and then sell them for even more just by trading. But you gotta be very careful with trading outside of marketplace because there are a lot of scammers in this game. Like, I mean, I've even got scammed a good few times in this game where I've agreed to do a trade with someone and I'll put in what I have, they'll put in what I have, and just before I hit the accept button, they'll remove everything and then they'll accept it really quickly, and that's it, I lose everything. So like everyone gets scammed. That's why I'd rather just use marketplace. I'd rather just sell something for max flux and marketplace and then let someone else buy it and sell for more if they want to. But yeah, we don't have many of these Paragon pins left, so once we throw the rest of these, I'll go and I'll show you how to get the keys, and then I'll open the chest in front of you guys so you guys see what I get out of them. Like with me, I have no problem in helping people in the game, give them whatever they need in the game to get their master rank up, but, you know, don't make a fool out of me because I can see through people. And if too many people take advantage of the situation, I'll just stop doing it altogether. I'll stop helping people altogether. I have one very simple rule when I help people when they join my club. I'll ask them what master rank they are, um, and then we'll go from there and I'll help them get their master rank up. But the only rule that I have is if you have items left over, return them to me so I can help someone else like I'm helping them. That's my only rule. Okay, so before I show you what's in these two chests, And in that chest, I'm actually going to go and I'm going to have a look at Marketplace, have a look at Gleam. Okay, still quite expensive. Look at Viridium. Okay, see, they're down at 20 now. At 20, I'd buy them up, no problem. And then look at Daydrop. Mm, I wouldn't buy anything that's really above 60, you know. Above 60 isn't worth it. And Gleam. Okay. So from here, we're gonna go into any of the. Oh, we're gonna go into any of these worlds. It doesn't matter which one you go into. Now you won't have it when you spawn in, but if you go to another one of these, okay, so find another like little outpost. You can usually find them pretty easy. Or sometimes can find them easy. I've run a straight line now. The game is lagging too, which means I think I'm gonna crash soon, but I'll try and do this before I crash. The game crashes so much, it's not even funny, it's so bad. Those smaller things I'm shooting, they can sometimes turn into like a bigger enemy and can actually get more loot from them. Okay, there's a thing in front of me actually. There's two different ones you can shoot that'll turn into a bigger enemy. Okay, so here, this donation station. Okay, so if you go in here, never use ancient gears. Ancient gears are too expensive to buy. Same with builderite and same with wallflowers. Don't use any of them, they're too expensive to buy. So gleamstone. Okay, I can get 31, so just do that. You can see everything come up on the right hand side. Iridium, 96 of them. Usually I'd wait until I have a lot more before I do this, but I wanted to show you guys. Okay, and day drop. I can use day drop. I can pick up day drop pretty easy. Now the rest of them I wouldn't use, you know, it's too expensive to use the rest of them. And now just look in the store again to make sure that nothing has come up. I'm sorry if you guys can hear shouting and things in the background. There's people actually passing my house. I have the window open, so. Okay, so here I'm gonna open up these boxes. Okay. I'll actually go back to my club world and do it. Or I'll go back to that other club world and I'll show you. want to check out something here. Okay. So I'm going to open up these boxes here and you guys can see exactly what I get out of them. I'm just going to bring this down here, so this here, okay. So you can see. Again, I'm going to leave it muted for now because opening up the boxes can actually be quite loud. Uh, I didn't mean to open the chaos chest, but okay. Um, won't be opening them. I'll leave the keys ones for last. And how I have so many lock boxes, I actually buy them off Marketplace and people trade them with me for other items. Okay, so now that I have all that, okay, just reset the page and you'll see what I get under here from here on from the lock boxes. A lot of the things you get from the lock boxes cannot be traded, but some of the things can be. The things that cannot be traded, you can put them in the loot collector and get back adventuring for them. Okay, so that's all the keys used. So from here, so that can be loot collected. All the ones that are non-tradable can be loot collected. Now a lot of these things, they're not really worth that much. Um, but some things are. So I'll go to this box and I'll show you guys what I have. Okay, so this is all. Most of these are from U15. So unless you're like above 45,000 power rank, you won't be able to get into U15. Or above 40,000, one or the other. I think it's 40 or 45,000. You won't get into U15. These are materials from U15. All these ones you have the green circle around, they're all from U15. Okay, so in here, so I want to put some of this back actually over here. Those in there. Okay. So battle boxes, they just give you like banners and they can um trade in banners for coins and you can sell the coins if you want to. Those I'll actually have to take those out and take those out. Okay. Golden chaos chests again, I buy those from the store and people trade them with me for other items. And then I can give them to people to get, the master rank up at the beginning. Those again, they get traded with me for other items, and I buy them from Marketplace. All these eggs, they came from the dragon caches. They're all complete eggs, so when someone joins the club and they're a low master rank, I give them one of each of the eggs and let them, level up that way. The wings, these are gotten from the Paragon Pinatas. These I craft. Um, these I got from the Paragon pins. These I got from your Shadow pins. All these ones are from your Paragon pins. These I actually got traded. Someone had given me, I think it was 2,000 of them or 1,500 of them. Um, for I don't know, they wanted dragon eggs, and they gave me those, and they gave me patron passes, and they gave me a few pinatas too, and obviously they gave me flux. Um, what else? Let me see. The boxes, I do just craft boxes every now and then, and when people need one, I just give them one, and that's it. They have a crystal for it. No stress about it. Let me see. Okay, those I'll have to grow at some stage. Someone traded them to me for eggs. A lot of the stuff people have actually traded to me for eggs. Um, and then a lot of stuff I bought and crafted and things like that. So let me have a look here. So these sales, I crafted these for Glim, um, just at the guys at the boats. Again, I just give them out to my crew members or my club members just to level them up. Let me see. And most of the stuff I craft, those build notes I craft, those I actually get from one of the boxes that I open. Uh, Let me see what else. This is just the fishing page and trophy page. I have two or three people who actually come and buy trophies off me. Um, One guy, well, no, two guys actually deal mostly in fish trophies, and then the rest of them just deal in like PvP trophies and normal trophies. These again I get from the Traveler Merchant in the Water. Like again, I just give them out to people when leveling them up in the club. You know, it's pretty standard. These ones here I get, these souls, I get them from the Dragon Caches also. So I'm actually going to add a few items that I have here on the right hand side to this one, just to get them out of my inventory. Let me see what else. Bear with me one sec, guys, just while I do this. I do try and keep my inventory kind of cleared out if I can, so I have room for other things. These pinatas I can actually get rid of and get more, but these mounts I can get rid of and get more pinatas from them. Let me see, what else can I put over that side? Let's take out the ally too. He doesn't actually go in that box. Let me see. There was a few things added to this box to actually go into the other boxes. Okay, so in this one here, only I have access to these, so anyone who joins my club does not have access to my vault club. this is like storage for a lot of my tradable items. A lot of these I get from those chests. I usually wait until I have a lot of them to open. I usually wait until I have about 200 keys or so and then just start opening them. Um, a lot of these I got from the chest, but some of them I've actually crafted. Like all these ones I've crafted. Now these sell for a decent amount on Marketplace too. But I just don't sell them. I'd rather keep them and just level up my club members. Same with these. These ones were crafted, and some of these I got weekly then from Luxian or Croxium when they land at the hub. And then in this box again is all like tradable items. Let me see. Put this in here. This. I do actually want to see how much that outfit is. Okay, so I'll show you guys what I have for sale here also. Okay, so depth cord, you can only get that from U15 Worlds, but it is the most sought after material from U15. Those eggs again I got from the Dragon Caches. Everlight is got from the Goldie World in the caves. Those are crafted. People are always asking me for those, and they sell for a lot of money, but they're so expensive to craft also. I have my Diamond Dragon Knights for sale. I know 75,000 might seem like a lot, but when you look at Marketplace and people are selling 1,000 of them for like 45,000 a piece, it's a lot of flux for someone who only might want 50 of them instead of buying 1,000 of them. um, but yeah, it's mostly just eggs that I have for sale in here, and some alloys, and there's a few little bits and pieces I have for sale. I'm actually just going to claim that. I'm not going to restock because I have two of them there already. Three of them, sorry, there already. See what I mean? These, like, the costumes you can get, they're quite expensive on Marketplace. And, like, I would have a lot of costumes that I can sell. Like, here, I'll take out the costumes and show you guys. So, that's one costume. Um, there's a costume, there's costume. That one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, I'll show you guys these if I was to sell them. So this one, you can get this one pretty cheap. Um, this one is actually a very sought after one. People like this one. Let me see. That one there I just showed you guys. 4.8 million third. This one here, again, kind of a cheap one. Some of them you can get very cheap, but others are very expensive to buy. So I want to show you guys the Pyrrhic Dragon Egg. Um, that's the one that I actually get quite often in the dragon caches. Um, I'll show you guys here now in a second. Just let me get rid of all this stuff. So these cannot be traded, so you just loot collect them for more adventuring or more keys or whatever they're worth. Um, so Dragon Cash. So they're actually selling for 18,500 per piece at the minute. But still, like 47 million for 2,500 of them. That's good, but it's still quite expensive. I mean, sometimes you might get something good from it, or other times you maybe get something bad from it. Now I do want to actually put one of these for sale. Sorry guys, I'm getting lit up with messages here. Where are they? This here. I can sell this on Marketplace then. Are they 5,000 piece? Hmm. What, 5 million? Yeah, 5 million. I don't know, I might even open them actually, I don't know yet. I don't really need the flux, so I usually try and keep everything until I've like no flux and then I'll start selling things. Okay, so I'll open up these boxes here. I'll claim Hardaphone. Who Hardaphone me? Oh, Tanjera did. Okay. I must get the. Where's my Hardaphones? Where on earth did I put them? Um, Not that one. That's not the one that I want to do. These ones. Is he online? No, he's not even online. I can't even do it for him. Yeah, basically, when someone Hardaphones you, you get a red name. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna open up these boxes real quick. Again, I'll leave the volume turned off for now until I open the boxes. It gets super, super loud when opening boxes. I don't even need to keep any of these. I have all these already on all my characters. I'm actually in the process of getting Vanguard at the moment, which is the last character that I'm missing. But it's gonna take a while to get all the materials to craft them. I'll show you guys now in a few minutes. how much it is. It's kind of crazy the materials they need to craft them. Okay, so they're all opened. I'll open these. These are actually good to open also. Um, I'll show you guys now in a few minutes why. Okay, I have enough of them opened. I'll open these. Again, I usually wait until I have like thousands of these before I start opening them. I think I had like 2,000 of them last time I opened them, and I didn't get not one C5 out of it. Okay, open these. Go marketplace, sell that one item I just got. Because believe it or not, you can actually, these make an absolute fortune and people will buy them. So 899 is the lowest, so put in at 875,000 and that will sell probably within the hour. Okay, I can sell that to the superstar stash. I don't need them. Or get rid of them, should I say. Okay, so let me put the chest away. Put away my keys. Um, put away this other item too. I just need to find where I have them. There it is there. Okay, now I'll go to the club real quick. Yeah, those texture blocks is crazy how much they sell for. Like if you had the resource, you could actually just craft a lot of them and just sell them on marketplace, and they will sell. Um. So yeah, I was trying to explain to someone earlier about gear crafting. Um. Just for any new players that are watching, this here, the gear craft is termless. You, when you upgrade this, you only have a certain amount of these little blocks you can actually open. Like, I mean, if you start on the first one and then you go down, and then you start in the second one and you start going down, you can only do so many. I think you only get down to this one here. Um, in order to get the maximum out of this, you need to go across and then down the right side like mine is done. Because when you reset it, you actually lose everything that you have put into it. You don't get a refund. So the easiest and cheapest way of doing this is go straight across and down the right side. And this allows you then to craft C4 gear with a possibility of getting C5 if you're above um 40,000 or 45,000 power rank. Here is where you can craft. So you have your normal gear, which doesn't cost too much. It takes a lot of block elements, but not as much as crystal gear. Um, but like me to craft crystal 4 gear, it takes a lot of everything to craft it. It's kind of crazy how much it is to craft it. It's a crazy amount of everything. But you do have a chance of crafting crystal 5 gear. You could craft a lot of crystal 4s and you might actually get a few crystal 5s crafted also. Where else? Let me see what else I want to show you guys. Okay, to craft your like your building notes, you need a decent amount to do, but you don't need a whole lot. For everything that you craft, that you need to craft, this can actually be gotten from these boxes, these three boxes here, and this box here. And then there's ones further down that allow you like the higher tiers, and then these boxes here. And then module forge, that is actually a great way of leveling up, is to level up these. Um, like I gotten my Goldie Master rank maxed out just by leveling up some of these items. And then once you level them up, and you have your Goldie rank high, when you start leveling up these afterwards, then it will go towards your normal master rank. I'm gonna craft these and put them into the vault too, actually. Put them into Club World. And then put the pinatas in here for the next one. Okay, now in these two chests, I know that says club chest and everyone should have access to it, and this one here is the officer chest, and officers should have access to this, but these are actually for VPs only. VPs and myself, because it has a lot of gear in it that um will allow us to level up people again. And this one just has the delves, depth steppers. As for this here, your runecraft, this is really good to level this up. This will help you throughout your whole gaming experience in Trove. These runes, these will actually help you get your fragments. It will help you get your chests. It will help you get everything that you need to have a good gaming experience and to level up quickly. Like I have that one there, the Shining Rune. I have a lot of them. It's really good. Every time your magic find triggers, it gives you a vault, a Gearcrafter's vault. Um, but when you use that, you'd want to use, when you have that one equipped, you want to use one of these two. Like you can buy them on Marketplace, they're very expensive, or you can craft them also. Um, and then you would also want, sorry, that one, I was using that one in U15. So that there. So once you have your one of these two, so that one and that one, you're guaranteed to get a lot of Gearcraft vaults. And if you're doing the ship, you're guaranteed to get at least um, maybe 8 or 9 Gearcraft vaults for every level that you do, which is amazing. But the people have to be able to break the chest. What else is there? Okay. Everyone knows how to level up gear, there's no point in going through that. Your gem forge, it's for the character that I'm using as physical damage, so I'm getting all my pearls onto physical damage if I can. Apart from these ones which are all on light. But there are some here that I still have to get onto physical damage, which seems to be impossible at times because it jumps between these two here. Like I've changed that one pearl 4 times and it never landed on physical damage. I want to change that one to physical damage. There's only one or two that have to change physical damage. The rest are already on it. That one there I want to change to physical damage. That one there I have to change to physical. Actually, I might be able to change that one now. Hold on. I don't think you can change from magic damage to physical damage. I'll see. No, critical damage. Okay. That one's physical. Okay. So there's a few of them that I need to change. To get the sparks, you just go in here, you go down to gems, and you can craft your sparks at the bottom. To get your lunar soul, you need to do delves. Mount Brilliance you get every single week. Titan Soul you get from delves. The Diamond Dragonite, you can get pouches for it, you can buy them from the store. Let me see, I want to make all these. Because every time I go in and level up a gem and it goes too high. Oh no, they can't say it like that. Okay. I don't want to mess around too much with, you know, all these benches because the game always crashes. It drives me nuts. It's even lagging as it is. I don't mind if the game crashes, but once I don't have to close the game. Okay, so this one here as well. Every time you do Sunderland and you get your caches from Sunderland and you open them. Okay, so there they are there. When you craft them, you actually get a chance of getting Phoenix Mote, which is what you need for getting Solarian. You need actually a lot of them to get Solarian. Um, you need 30 Phoenix Motes plus all the rest of those just to be able to get one Phoenix Soul to get Solarian. Like it's crazy how expensive Solarian is and how much of a grind it is. Now, full disclosure, I just bought Solarian straight from the store. Because that is just way too much to grind to get Solarian. But yeah, we're gonna go into, let me see, well, sold a marketplace before I leave here. I want to get a preserver egg, which is in my chest. I want to actually check to see how much the cores are for. Oh, people are actually selling them really cheap at the minute. But yeah, all these depth cores, they're all Uber 15, and Uber 15 is chaotic. Like I'll go Uber 15, I'll show you guys, because you know Uber 15 can be quite crazy at times. I mean, there's times where I get absolutely destroyed in Uber 15. And unless you have like a crew of people to run um 5 stars, there's no point in even trying unless you have max stats. Because you won't be able to do it. But like I'll even show you some of the items you can get from this world. I mean, you can get pretty much all your materials from this world. I don't want to be in here though, I want to go topside. So that one there that you see right in front of me, that's a 5 star in U15. And it is very difficult to do. You get 5 minutes to do it. I took on one of these before, and I think I got 3 out of the 5 missions done in the 5 minutes, which is kind of crazy. It's more end game players than anything else. Even taking on the small enemies is crazy. Like I'll put my everything back, damn it, to the way it should be. So for this one, I run Paragon, physical damage, and then I run this one here. So at this, I'll show you my stats. Like my stats are kind of crazy, you know. My stats are really high, but not high enough to beat a 5 star on my own. Not in this world. Anything up to a U14, yes, I can beat them. But U15, not a chance. I'll show you like some of the enemies here. Like I mean, the smaller enemies are fine, you know, they're easy enough to beat, but the bigger enemies are a lot tougher to beat. I mean, even doing a normal. Let me see if I can find a normal uh, dungeon to do. Let's see what this guy's trading. Okay, well, this is where I get some of those mounts and wings that I showed you in the boxes. It takes Glim to do it, you know. I have a lot of Glim, so I just kind of spam by them, and it gives me a decent amount of, you know, things to give to other people. Whereas mounts or wings or allies or whatever, it gives me a decent amount to do. Sorry, I'm just trying to. My phone won't charge for some reason. I don't know, sitting on black screen. Um, but yeah, I just buy up these. It's easy. Okay, there's my phone away from black screen now. to buy the items from this guy here too. You've probably seen all these in my chest. I had to buy these from this guy and then give to new club members. I want to find like I don't really want to go underground. I never go underground in this world. It's too difficult to get out of if you get into trouble in it. So I'll go in here. This one is above ground. I'll just show you how difficult this world actually is for enemies. And they're really fast, like really, really fast in comparison to the other worlds. Kind of crazy. That's why I like Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter has that ability where you're able to freeze them in place briefly. Now I got 4 gearcraft vaults from that, but you know, I don't have the ones I need on it to get more because I need the physical damage and I need, you know, the better light and everything like that. This one here, like this material right in front of me, the black with the blue center or the blue with the white center, that one actually sells for a decent amount on Marketplace also at times. But you can only get 15 of them, like every time you break open those, you can only get 15. On a loot day, you can get 30 or 35. Here you can actually craft the depth cores, but it's a very slow process to craft them. Unless you want to run around the map and just collect the materials. It's much easier on loot day because you can get a lot more materials on loot day. But those rune fragments, like you have to go around the map and you have to pick them all up. It's quite tedious to do. But yeah, you know, those that core sell for like 350,000 for one of them. So, you know, is it worth it? Yes. But do I have the patience for it? No. You can also get your different allies and mounts and things here. Again, you know, getting 1,000 depth core is crazy. Unless you're willing to buy cheap ones. But even still, like, that's a crazy amount of depth cores. That's like for real end game players. And that fishing pole, I'll have to get that one at some stage, but not right now. That one won't be gotten anytime soon. Because the Absel essence, that's quite difficult to get, so now there's your strongbox key. It costs 500 adventuring just to get one. It's so much easier just by Gleamstone, Daydrop, Viridium, and buy it then from your donation box. And then you have this here, the Rune Anvil. Um, you can't really, you're kind of limited where you can buy in this also. It's very similar to your um the Gearcrafted Terminus. So what you want to do is fill up this one here. This is your very starting point, and then come straight onto this one and go straight for this one. That will allow you extra light when you're fighting in U15. And I only found that out afterwards, so I had to reset the whole thing and start all over again. And again, you don't get refunded for anything that you spend in this. You have to start from scratch. And that guy just doesn't really do anything. But right, there's a lot of people on the map here, so I'm gonna show you guys how difficult a 5-star dungeon is. These guys look like they're just going around and doing the 3-star dungeons. They don't look like they're doing anything really special. They're just kind of chilling. Okay, it looks like they're going to do that 5-star up there. These guys are definitely more powerful than I am. And for this world, you also need special keys to open up this. So I'm actually going to go and get my keys. I wasn't planning on doing one, I was just planning on showing you guys them, but should get 2 depth core from each one. Yeah, 2 depth cores on the right hand side. and 1 valor coin, and 4 gearcraft involves. So I'm gonna show you now in U14. So that was U15. So U14, I'm gonna put back on my other gear. So this one, I'm gonna put on my ally. Okay, so I'll put on my bombs also. It's so much easier to kill them once you come into this world. It's crazy the difference in it. And this one here, I don't even have the same amount of light because I changed out my ally and changed the food I have, and still it's just so easy to kill them. My stability wouldn't be the best though. As you can see, when they hit me, I go flying. But I kind of chose movement speed over stability because when I'm speed running U14 with people, I'd rather have the speed rather than stability. I want to see if I can shoot one of these small little enemies and get him to turn into a bigger one, just to show you guys what I mean. When I said earlier about shooting the small enemies and they turn into big ones, I tried to explain that to someone before, and it was so difficult to explain to them because they were like, how can a small one turn into a big one? Let's see if I could do it here. It only happens sometimes, it doesn't happen all the time. And there's 2 different types of small ones. There's the little green guy and then the little gold guy. And both of them can turn into a much bigger enemy. And it only takes 1 and 2 shots to kill the small guy. It takes a lot more than 2 shots to kill the big guy. When he transforms, I mean. A lot of people actually run away from him, which I kind of find funny, you know. It's They're shooting at this small enemy, and next thing it turns into a massive one, and they run away. It's like they weren't ready to take on a bigger enemy or a bigger version of him. There's one of the gold guys now. He's bigger than what he usually is. And he actually turns into a much bigger guy than him. That was like a bigger boss version of him. Yeah, he could end up shooting 100 of them small guys, and only one will actually turn into a big guy. Like it's like they transform. I just want one of these small guys transform, and then I'll like leave this world. But I won't leave the world. I'll actually finish my dailies and then I'll leave. I must actually turn back up my volume also. Unfortunately, there is no in between when you're doing the volume on this game. Like, you can't just have it turned up just a little bit so you can barely hear it. It's either this loud or silent. See? Turn into a bigger guy. It takes a while to kill him, but like, just... There's another one there. See? Big guy. Strange that two of them back turn into a big guy though. That doesn't happen very often. At least for me it doesn't. Some of them turn into like a fish or they turn into a dinosaur, you know, it's a cool little feature that they added to the game. But I gotta do a lot of 3-star dungeons now because I need to get the Valor coins so I can get the gear that I need to get. So I think these are another 3-stars, so I'll have to do a lot of these. I'm gonna go see if I... Oh, I do have another one, nice. one thing that I love about Shadow Hunter is he's able to shoot through the walls. You know, you don't need line of sight to see them, you can just shoot through the walls and that would be it. Once you start shooting an enemy also, you can get like teleported for a simple too. You either get teleported to them or they get teleported to you. I love that. I love that feature. Top game is gonna crash. All my dealers are done. Check out and see if anyone put in cheap gleamstone. No, gleamstone is gone altogether. How much? Iridium? No. Bay drop? No. Okay. I really wanted a little green guy to transform, so I show you guys. I showed you what the gold guy does. He kind of transforms into a big fish or a big dinosaur. And I wanted to show you what the little green guy transformed into. So you're prepared when you actually come into these worlds. Two of the gold guys transformed, but not. Oh, three of them. That's a big crab. And it can kind of transform into anything. So just be prepared if you actually shoot at them. The little gold ones seem to have a better chance of transforming than the green ones do. I've noticed that. The little green ones will only transform a rare amount in comparison to the gold floating ones. That seem to transform actually a lot more. This one here is actually fast at 3,000. Oh no, now in a second I put down any ballot coins from it. No, I didn't get any ballot coins from it. I got one valid coin at the very end. I just want the little green guy to transform, so I can show you guys. We've had the other one transform a lot, but not the green one. I don't know why the little green guy doesn't transform for me. He's usually always transforming. I guess we're not gonna have a little green guy transform. Not today. Big dinosaur again. So we have 4 of the little gold floating guys to transform, and not one green guy has transformed. I'll go in a straight line till I get to the end of the world. And hope that one of those little green guys transform. Speed run this a little until I come across another green guy. It won't transform for me, that's driving me nuts. There's one there actually, where is he? Kinda sad how, you know, little times the green one transforms. As for the gold one transforms so much. Well, like even just running around the world, you can still get gearcraft and bolts. Especially with the rune that I showed you guys, where you, if your magic find triggers, you can get a gearcraft and bolt and you know everything like that. So. You're not guaranteed to get one every time, but you are guaranteed to have a chance of getting one. It's just by killing that one enemy there, I got one bolt. Got 5 just for that one. You see, you kind of You can build them up very easily just by killing normal enemies. Sometimes you don't get any at all, sometimes you do. And 2 for that one enemy, none for those 2. None for that one. None for that one. My magic find isn't triggered right now anyway, so it only happens, or you have a chance of it happening when your magic find triggers. Magic find triggered that time, and I didn't get one. You know, it doesn't happen all the time, as I said, so I got one there. Got another one there. And then when you go and do an actual dungeon, I'll count them real quick and see how many I get per dungeon. So 3. 4, 5. Plus I got some valid coins actually there too. Five, another 3 there, that's 8. This has 8. Another 3, that's 11. And 2, that's 13. And that wasn't even killing all the enemies in the dungeon. And then you do a single one like this one here. I got 1. No, sorry, I got 3. Do this one here. And get 2. Oh, it just kind of depends on your magic find, I suppose. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's actually calculated and how many you get. Sometimes I could get a lot, other times I mightn't get any. I got 1 from a small enemy there, then 2 from a big enemy. And 2 more there, you know, it's just kind of random, I think. I don't think there is a certain amount you can get every time. Alright, time to go back to Club World. I got 199 though from the lowest time that I was in U14. So what I'll do is when the new week starts, so on Monday, all the way up as far as next Sunday, I won't open any chests whatsoever. So none of the gear crafting chests, none of the adventure chests. I'll leave them all and I'll stack them all. And then I'll do a live stream on Sunday when I'm doing the Pinata party. And you'll see roughly how many I can gather in a week. Check my marketplace. Take that off there and put in 2 of them because I just got another one. Now another way that I have found of kind of being able to craft those gear crafter vaults, it's kind of it's kind of an expensive way of doing it, but you can do it. So if you go to your gear craft and forge and you go to novice, see these ones here that you can craft. Okay, so I don't have fast craft in my world or in my club, but Brothers Attack does. So I'm actually going to go into that world and I'm going to fast craft. And you'll see on the right hand side, actually you'll see overall when I go back into my inventory of how many you can actually craft and how quickly you can craft them. Let me see, where is it in this world? Here. Okay, so at the moment, I don't have any gear crafting vaults at all, as you can see. Look, I'll go onto the second page, nothing there. Okay, go in here, craft 480 of them, of these faces. Now, obviously, I'll need to. Where is. Okay, there was one right beside each other. Where you could have, like, your forge. And. The loot collector. I thought those were one side by side. No, they don't have them side by side, do they? Oh, they do, kind of. Okay, so collect these. You can only craft so many at a time, so you kind of have to bear with it. I think I maybe craft, I think it's 80 or so at a time. Okay, so there was what, 300 or so in total. From the face, 20 in here, so that's 320. And then 30 bows, so about 350. And do I have any for the other ones stored? Hmm. Okay, so out of the 350 faces, bows, and hats that I crafted, I got 295 volts. So I got more volts in the past 3 minutes than I did in the past 45 minutes playing the actual game. And like when you open those vaults, you get the exact same things, you know, you get um, everything that you would normally get when you go into Adventure World. And that's it, rinse and repeat. Or I'll actually go to the hub. Now it might crash because every time I go to the hub it crashes. So if it does, I just want to say thanks for watching, guys, and you know, I'll be back on tomorrow with another live stream. I'll be ending the live stream anyway soon. So if it did crash, it wouldn't actually matter too much. But just so you guys know that I didn't just leave. Okay, where's this guy? Here he is here. Okay, let's see what I can get from him. Gonna crash. I knew it was gonna crash. Right guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I will be back tomorrow with our live stream. Probably on Black Ops. So I'll see you guys then and be safe.